Good evening, YouTube. Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting in a Fan. Welcome back to me. And yes, I have the lighting over here, I have the lighting over here, and I have the fan over here. How you doing? So, first of all, let me begin by saying that today's date is Tuesday, June 1st, 2021. Right now the time is approximately 9 p.m. and 3 minutes Eastern Time. The moon is waning in Pisces, and the sun is transiting in Gemini. Speaking of which, some of you know that I change pendants with the transiting sun signs. Now, in most traditional tarot decks, the Lover's card, which is astrologically aligned with the sun sign Gemini, depicts a sun and a moon. And I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up of this beautiful pendant, which has a citrine quartz representing the sun, and a mother of pearl representing the moon. And naturally, this is the pendant that I wear when the sun is transiting in Gemini. It is one of my personal favorites. Anyway, before I continue with show and tell, I want to finally acknowledge all of my newest YouTube channel subscribers, and I want to tell you I am thrilled with the increase in the number of Latinas that are subscribing to my YouTube channel. Que honor, señoras y señoritas. Gracias por tu apoyo. And I have 9 new subscribers. Yay! At least since the last video that I published. They are Karina Garcia, Paloma Pantaleon. I love that name. Paloma Pantaleon. Ooh, rich. Robert's channel. I love it. Robert's channel. No, not me. Zoe Stagg, El Noah, and I love this one. Jill Valentine Fan 1999, written as one word. Remote Neural Monitoring, Araceli Ataide, I hope I pronounced your last name correctly, and Nadia Tarot Magic 666. Take 2. Nadia _ Tarot _ Magic with a K 666. And that's how that goes. Now, for the continuation of show and tell, so I want to introduce you to my newest on-screen mug. It is a rogue and wolf, and it came in this gorgeous box, which I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a bit of a close-up on, and I love the box. I need to put it in the recycling because, you know, I don't need the box anymore. But look, it's purty, purty, purty. I did it right. I love the lunar phases around the box. Rogue and Wolf, the new dark. And now I'm going to show you the gorgeous mug. It's gorgeous. I am going to love having this as my on-screen mug. Seriously. I wanted to show all of you first, but I have wanted this for a while. And I am just impressed by the quality and just everything. It is so, and actually I can feel the stars and the crescent moons. It's like raised paint or whatever they used. It is so beautiful. And it's a little dirty at the bottom. Ooh. I'm glad I did not use this as the on-screen mug because I did not do a good job of cleaning it. But this is the mug that I'm using for today. By the way, this is what Isis looks like when she's demanding attention. You know, Isis the alpha female. Oh, and the tea that I'm drinking is Tazo's Passion. I love my hibiscus. So, I want to talk to y'all about a few things. So first of all, I am a firm believer that not everything must be shared via social media. I am a firm believer that people have the right to their privacy. I am a firm believer and advocate that people refrain from sharing everything on any social media platform. And YouTube is a social media platform. Some of you have been extremely worried about me. And some of you have had very good reason to be worried about me. Some very unpleasant surprises took place in my life this year. Interestingly enough, somebody asked me if 2021 is still a better year than 2020. And for me, it is still a better year. I'm alive. I'm recovering. I'm not in a hospital. I can no longer deny the existence of demons, but I'll take it. You know, I'll deal with it. And then, of course, you know, I almost died, but I'm alive. So I wanted to tell y'all what happened. I'm not going to go into explicit detail because I'd rather not. But what happened was I had a bit of a health scare back in February. Now, I cannot reiterate, before I go any further, I cannot reiterate that everything that I'm going to tell all of you is past tense, okay? So this is not the current, this is not the present, it is past tense. But I felt it would be okay to let all of you know why I had not done any videos in a very, very long time. So first of all, I had a bit of a health scare back in February, and the health scare had to do with my heart. My heart is doing a lot better now. It's doing a lot better now, actually. And the health scare was accompanied by a few other situations, problems, whatever you want to call it. I needed to go to the hospital, and what was interesting was that I went to a hospital in New York State because at the time I was in the Beacon and Cold Spring, New York areas because I was going to give readings at Notions and Potions, but unfortunately that did not happen. It was also the first time that I had been to Beacon and Cold Spring in New York when it snowed, which was interesting to me because, you know, I have this thing about snow that it's like, I will not believe it's going to snow until I actually see it. I think it's the only thing that I must see before I believe. Because I can hear people say, oh, it's going to snow 4 to 6 inches. Really? I'll believe that when I see it. If I don't see it, I'm not going to believe it. So that's how that goes. But what was interesting, and I will admit a bit scary for me, was that it was the first time that I'd ever been to a hospital not in a state in which I reside. I am a New Jersey resident, and I have only been in hospitals in the state of New Jersey. This was the first time that I was in a hospital in the state of New York. And it was a bit of a concern for me because, you know, will my health insurance be covered? Will it be accepted? Are there some things that I'm going to have to pay out of pocket? All of those things are going through my mind, aside from, you know, am I going to live to see another day? That kind of thing. But the hospital that I went to was, I believe, it was a New York Presbyterian, Hudson Valley. I received excellent care. I was very impressed with the level of care and caring that I received, which made me very happy and gave me a great deal of peace of mind. These days, when one is in a hospital, one is given a rapid COVID-19 test, and I tested negative. I really have been happy with the fact that every COVID-19 test that I've taken since last year has had a negative result. The only one that I had a few weeks ago was an inconclusive result, but ultimately proved negative. So, health scare aside, I was transferred to one of the best hospitals in the state of New Jersey, where I received excellent care. And I was in that hospital, well, it was after midnight when I arrived, so it was already Saturday, February 20th, or Saturday, February 21st. I don't remember offhand. And I was discharged on Friday, April 2nd. Fun fact, I've been a happily recovered Catholic for a bazillion years, and it's the third time that I was discharged from a hospital on a Good Friday. Proof that the great goddess has a wicked sense of humor. Anyway, so that was that. And then, surprisingly, and also very unpleasantly surprisingly, I developed pneumonia, which shocked the hell out of me. Even now, I'm like, I think about it and it makes no sense to me because number one, the last time that I had pneumonia was January of 2018. And before that, I hadn't had pneumonia for 25 years. So for me to have had pneumonia is still like, that's just crazy. Like that's cray-cray, to use a common expression of the day. That is massively cray-cray, okay? I want to tell you, I have been in love with Tazo's Passion Tea for years, and I love hibiscus, so I could spend this entire video drinking this tea, but I won't. I will have another sip though. Oh, it's so good. Anyway, and that is a cool mug. I have too many mugs, but you know, I love the mugs that I have. So anyway, so what happened was, because the pneumonia was so intense, I needed to go back into the hospital, which I did on Friday, May 7th, and I was happily discharged last Friday, which is May 28th, 2021. I spent a wonderful weekend away from medical personnel with my cats, in my home. I'm recovering nicely. My recovery is not immediate, whether I like it or not. The great goddess has been teaching me patience, and other people have been reminding me to be patient with myself, with my recovery, but I am doing very well. Interestingly enough, some improvements took place in between the first hospitalization and the second. So I'm very happy about that. And I'm going to check in with my awesome audiovisual person for a moment. Everything okay? You sure? Your facial expressions are a bit, they seem a bit telling to me. Is there something you need to tell me? You sure? Okay. Just checking. And for the record, Drake, also known as my awesome audiovisual person for my YouTube videos, has proven himself to be an amazing caregiver. Everything from washing the dishes, to cooking me dinner, to making me cups of tea, to helping me do various things in my home, to picking up the mail, to buying toiletries, to grocery shopping. I mean, he has been outstanding. He has been phenomenal. He has been amazing. And this is a perfect time in this video to express enormous gratitude yet again, and happily so, to Drake for all of his caregiving, to every person, and truly I lost count this time especially, with the number of people that did everything from do magic for me, pray for me, send me healing energy, sending me healing energy modalities, sending me well wishes, sending me visualizations of empowerment, of health and wellness, of recovery, of everything good and juicy and wonderful that I can't even think of. The number of people who lit candles for me. It was truly, I am beyond most thankful. I am beyond grateful. I am enormously grateful. Now, one thing that I noticed during the beginning of this year is that now more than ever, I need to lead a life that is more secluded and less sedentary. And that really became very, for lack of a better term phrase, it became very intense for me. And I really feel like my life, and I have to stop myself from saying lifestyle, because it's not a lifestyle. It is how I feel I need to live the rest of my life. More secluded, less sedentary. And I'm looking forward to having a physical therapist come into my home once a week and help me heal even more. Physical therapy is wonderful. I really have become an advocate for it. I have a longtime client for whom I consulted the Sacred Oracle a few hours ago, and she recently had hip surgery, and her physical therapist begins working with her tomorrow, and I cannot tell you how thrilled I am for her. because I know she's going to receive excellent physical therapy. Not to mention the fact that Wednesday is the day of the week that is angelically associated with Archangel Raphael, who is the divine healer of the archangels. And just like Archangel Michael is the patron saint of police officers and EMT and firefighters, basically Archangel Raphael is the patron saint of all who work in the health and wellness industry and the medical industry. So if somebody is an energy healing practitioner, they fall under the auspices of Archangel Raphael. If they are a doctor or a nurse, especially a nurse, if they're a physician's assistant, they fall under the auspices of Archangel Raphael. And my reverence for nurses has increased exponentially, which does not surprise me. I received excellent care in this particular hospital, and I am forever thankful that a set of circumstances have come together in my lifetime as Robert Alvarez that have provided me with excellent health care. And I have received excellent health care. I've been very fortunate to have received excellent health care and to ongoingly receive excellent health care, because not everybody does and not everybody has. And it humbles me. And I'm not exactly prone to humility, and I don't have a problem acknowledging that. I'm not prone to humility. I have learned how to acknowledge my limitations through life, and I have learned to acknowledge what skills I do not have. But I will tell you that I am feeling so much better. I feel more at peace being at home. I'm happy that the doctors determined that I was well enough to be discharged. I have slept so much more. Anybody of you that are out in YouTube land, if you've ever spent even one night in a hospital or more than one night in a hospital, or know somebody who has, you know that a hospital is not a spa. It's not the Four Seasons, it's not the Ritz-Carlton, and it is not a day spa, a night spa, a spa. It is a place where there are a lot of sick people, and sick people that need to get better. And for the most part they do, and sometimes they don't. But I will tell you that I am so happy that I'm sleeping more deeply and more peacefully. And I am beyond thankful to have a 9-inch deep memory foam mattress that is a dream in which to sleep. Oh yes it is. Yes it is. There really isn't much more to say. My intention is to get back to doing videos. I don't think that I will do as many videos as I once did. That is something that has been on my mind. I will do videos. I really have neither the intention nor the desire to stop doing videos. I'm still undecided about catching up on the videos that I have not done, working with Llewellyn's 2021 tarot calendar and the Many Moons 2021 lunar planner. But more than likely I will do those videos where I will cast the cards using either a tarot deck or an oracle card deck, depending upon the situation. And there are other videos that I want to do that have been on the back burner for far too long. But I want to reassure you, I am okay. I know that I've had a lot of insights these last few weeks and these last few months about my life, about my mind, about a lot of different patterns that have been a constant in my life. Some of those patterns continue to serve my needs. Some of those patterns no longer serve my needs. But I really feel like I'm moving in the right direction for complete recovery, complete health and wellness. And I'm looking at Bast over there, grooming herself and She's just super cute. She's just super, super cute. And believe me, I missed my cats terribly when I was in the hospital. I think that was Isis. Is that Isis or Bost? It is Isis. Thank you, Drake. It is Bost. Okay. They look virtually identical. I mean, they both have white panties. They're both black and they have white lockets. And I can't see their eyes, because Isis's eyes are green. When Bost was a kitten, her eyes were orange. They've now become a golden yellow. Yeah, that's Isis. It's Bost. Okay, I'm going to stop now. Anyway, so I want to thank also Hexagata for those beautiful comments, and of course Nikki Deal for being the first person to schedule an appointment with me at the it was the virtual full moon magical market. I would have loved to have been able to offer readings that evening, but it just did not happen because other things became more of a priority, like taking care of me being not in a good way. I do look forward to returning to the virtual full moon magical markets under divine timing and goddess grace. I will keep you all posted on that. And although I have no official plans to return to Notions and Potions, I'm waiting until I'm stronger, I'm a little more energized, I'm in a better place with regards to my overall health and well-being, and then I can do that. But I continue to offer readings virtually, and that works very well for me. And that's Isis, hello. Bost, hello. Oh my God, as I keep saying, but Isis. Because Isis is on my mind. And now I see her, and she's looking right at me like, what you call my name for? I'm busy. Yeah, she's lounging on the floor. That's her busy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I am feeling better. I'm a little tired, but, you know, because there was a lot of things going on today. But I will tell you, I had a delicious nap earlier. Oh, you know, naps are not just for kids. And I really have come to believe that the older we grow, the more sleep we need. I could be wrong about that, but it's just like, the more sleep I have, the more good, the better I feel. The more well-rested, the more like, oh, I feel good. I'm yawning because I'm thinking about taking another nap. Even though it's already after 9 o'clock, so it's like, you know, soon it'll be bedtime as opposed to nap time. But I will be taking a nap tomorrow, at least one. And sleep is a wonderful way to repair the body. Sleep is massively underrated. I still remember an infomercial I saw years ago, and the person that was being interviewed talked about how we're so much, you know, most people are more willing to spend $10,000 on a Persian rug than on a sleeping system that creates and maintains excellent health and well-being. Now, for the record, I would have no problem spending $10,000 on a Persian rug. I wouldn't. But, truth be told, as much as I would love to spend $10,000 on a Persian rug, I'd be more inclined to spend $10,000 on a variety of things. Tarot decks, oracle card decks, books, jewelry. But I definitely love the thought of having a beautiful bed that is comfortable, that feels like floating on clouds on top of clouds. And that was not that expensive, too. So anyway, YouTube, thank you so much for honoring who I am and what I do. Thank you especially for your patience regarding this video, because I really needed to wait until I felt that I had everything that I needed, energetically, physically, mentally, emotionally, to be able to do this video without straining myself. And here we have it. I wish all of you and yours many blessings of wealth, health, and happiness. And stay tuned for the next video, which will come to you under divine timing and goddess grace. And good night.